Oh, you feel me?
No, we are good. And we are back with another episode of Nothing But Facts. Season 3,
Whoopie.
episode 6. I'm Chloe Rogers, grandson of Steve Rogers.
MVP?
Son of the MVP, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And I'm here with the bestest co-host in the whole wide world, Mr. Trill Bill.
All I gotta say is bark, bark. You already know.
About to hit 8 cents. About to hit
Bark,
8
bark.
cents. Oh my god. Yo, doggy, go get that. Go get that.
Bark,
Dogecoin.
bark. That's all I gotta say.
0.8.
Run it up.
Bark, barky.
Well, let's start off the show. Snell's on the phone. How you doing, man? Good show. A good friend of the show.
How's it going, fellas? How's it going? Happy Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl
Happy
Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday,
Baby
sir.
Goat versus old man Brady Goat.
Yeah, it's. I gotta say, I'm not as big of an NFL guy as I am an NBA guy. So this matchup doesn't really interest me all that much. But you know, I'm just hoping for a fun game. It seems like the past couple Super Bowls have been kind of boring, but hopefully today's a little more entertaining.
I think we're getting a shootout today.
For sure, 100%.
Y'all let us know what y'all think. Y'all Super Bowl predictions in the comments and chat below. But we gonna get started. Facts.
Yes, sir.
Let's hop into it.
Do it.
We got Snell season here. We gonna start off with some basketball. We got plenty Super Bowl coming. We gonna get there. But facts or cracks, Snell season real quick. Giannis will win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year.
We're gonna take it off.
That's a good question. My guess is no. Just like I don't think even at this point, I don't think Giannis is deserving of MVP this season, at least not this early. But I just don't think. I think that the NBA has given the Bucks enough spotlight and enough showtime. I think that they're gonna, even if Giannis was like a top 3 guy at the end of the season for MVP, I would be shocked if they gave the Bucks another award. So I don't think we'll see. I think the one award that the Bucks possibly have a chance at is I think Bobby Portis has a case for 6th Man of the Year right now. But as far as awards go for this season, I think that's kind of the extent.
Okay. Fellas, facts or cracks?
Joe?
I got a crack on that. Just it's very hard to see Giannis getting another award just because, bruh, you're not really doing anything too different than the last 2 years when we thought you were the best player on earth. Let's just face it.
You know that people get bored of stuff.
So it's like, yeah, man, unless if they pull out 60 wins, 65 wins in the regular season, you know, he's leading the league in blocks or some crazy stat like that, then yeah, he could get Defensive Player of the Year. But if he just has a normal Giannis year, then yeah, he's not getting it. That's crack, big dog.
Yeah, I got crack. I got the French boy over there in Utah, AD.
Rudy Gobert.
Yes, sir.
We got one more person that we got to get their opinion on. Mr. Pete.
Parlays.
Parlays.
Parlay Pete.
Gamble on Ginza.
What up, guys?
Pete.
No, I'm in agreement. It's
You
definitely
making that
cracked.
money
The
today.
thing about Giannis is he gets a lot of love stat-wise for his defense, but he's very often playing off-ball defense. Like the Bucks do a very good job of trying to keep him off the ball because you saw it a little bit with the Heat series when they played the playoff game. They tried to get Giannis on the ball, and he's a way different defender when he's the primary defender in your in your face, but he's the best off-ball defender in the league. So I'm thinking they're going to give it to someone who's been a little better on the ball this season than Giannis. I don't really have a good contender. I guess Rudy Gobert, seeing how good Utah would be, that would be probably my number one looking at it, but I'd have to look at the advanced stuff.
Utah is doing very, very well in the standings right now. So
Number 1 seed.
Shit, they on like a what 12, 13 game win streak?
Nah, that ended. I think Denver ended it,
But still,
they were going crazy. They were still going
exactly.
right now 19-5, Lakers 18-6.
Come on now.
Next facts are crack. It's like you was reading my mind, Mr. Snell. Facts are crack. Bobby Portis will win 6th man of the year.
I got crack. I got Jordan Clarkson. I'm sticking on that.
Okay.
I'm sticking on that. Sorry.
So now it's all you.
I think there's a good case for both of them. I think that those are two of the top contenders right now. I think that, something that might help the Bucks for this case is that as a Bucks fan watching every single game, there have been games where Bobby Portis is like the only guy doing anything for the Bucks, like off the bench or starters. There have been a couple of games where he's just kind of taken over, where he's had 15-point halves and he's put up like 15 rebounds, and they're just games where, as weird as it is to say, there have just been games where it's like Bobby Portis takes over, which I wasn't really expecting when we picked him up. I mean, I had somewhat high hopes because I've always kind of liked Bobby Portis, but I didn't expect him to be this good. But I think Bobby Portis has to be in the conversation. So does Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson's had a great season off the bench. So I think, those two guys are at the top of my list right now.
Bobby Portis 11, 7.5, and almost a whole steal.
Go
in
check
only 21
go check my
minutes.
boy Jordan. Go check him. I think he's doing like 17 and like 6 or 17 and 5.
But he's definitely helping the Utah.
He's just coming. He could finally do what he wants to do. He's
Mhm.
not in LA. He's not in Cleveland. He looked at LeBron. LeBron told him, "Go get tats. Go get neck tats. You gonna ball in Utah." He takes over with that second unit.
Jordan Clarkson 17, 4, and almost a whole steal as well in 25 minutes. Facts are crack. True.
Bro, I got facts, honestly.
Okay.
Just because, like he said, Bobby Portis has damn near become basically the first option off the bench, but easily some nights a second option, because Drew and Chris Middleton are great players, but let's face it, if they're playing some of these better wings, they got to guard the whole night, basically. So that's going to take away from their offensive game.
Mm-hmm.
Only Giannis can sit in there and go 40 and play hard on defense and offense the entire game. So, yeah, I got facts on that, big dog. Big
Okay,
facts.
okay.
Big facts.
Yeah, I don't have the stats in front of me right now, but I'm pretty sure Bobby Portis is like third or fifth on the Bucks in 3-point shooting. They're like, I think he's shooting like 46% or something crazy like that. It seems like the guy's never missed a corner three in his life. So, to have a power forward, even center, he plays center in some instances for the Bucks, to come off the bench and be able to shoot over 40% from three, that's enormous.
Pete?
Yeah, I gotta go Jordan Clarkson because again, the 6th Man of the Year award goes to more primary scoring. And before, literally
That's a
about
fact.
12 seconds ago, I didn't know that Bobby Portis was having a great season like this. Honestly, he's the dude who punched a guy from Chicago and got suspended. He broke someone's nose. That's how I knew Bobby Portis, and now I'm hearing he's a 6th Man of the Year contender. That's pretty nuts.
He's hooping out here. Snell season, real quick. Who you got for MVP?
I think that's a good question. I think it's kind of the year of the center, and I think it's between either Embiid or Jokic. I think LeBron's obviously got to be up there. I don't necessarily agree with, all these ESPN MVP ladders that have LeBron at first right now. Obviously having a great season, but I think when you're looking at the numbers and, the improvements that specifically Embiid has made, and kind of seems like Jokic is just taking over and carrying the Nuggets on some nights. I think it's got to be between Embiid and Jokic. I think it would be great to see a center like that win it. I think Kawhi's got to be in conversations. He's having a fantastic season as well, kind of flying under the radar. And I think Curry's got to get a little bit more credit. They started the season looking rough, to say the least. And it seems like he's the type of guy, kind of like the Jokic with the Nuggets, where he's just taken over and he's kind of single-handedly won games or brought games back within reach for the Warriors. So I think it's going to be, those 5 guys are kind of the main guys for me. But if I had to put money on it right now, I'd go either Embiid or Jokic.
Okay. I'm going Jokic myself. That's my guy.
I'm going with a big. Just that simple. It's
right.
either Embiid or Jokic.
Yeah.
Put your
bruh.
bet on a big.
They going
If they give it to LeBron, it's just a narrative. But yeah, one of the bigs deserve it 100%.
If you're putting your money on it, though, because right now I think it's Embiid, personally. I think what Embiid's doing with that team,
Number one
that
seed
is
as well.
probably we knew the Sixers were good, but we thought they were kind of on a decline after how they performed in the playoffs last year. And for Embiid to put this out, because we knew he was game. We knew he was top 3 center in we didn't know he had this to him. So I think the surprise factor kind of elevates him into the MVP conversation, but you can't slight the fact that he has been injury prone his entire
bro,
career.
he just has
So
to
if
stay
you are
healthy.
betting at it, you're probably getting the best odds on him right now. Guys like Kawhi, guys like LeBron, you're probably getting pretty good odds on right now, and those are the guys are going to play all 72 this year. So
True.
That's a fact.
All right. Before we let you go, Snow Season, we got to know who you got for the Super Bowl real quick.
Yeah. So, I mean, Brady is Brady, and I can't put anything past him because he seems to always, he seems to always pull something out of his sleeve and make something happen. But, I just don't see the Chiefs. I don't see the Bucs defense being able to slow down the Chiefs enough to get the win. And I think that, like you guys were talking about, if Brady's on top of his game, which is the Super Bowl, so he probably will be, it's most likely going to be a shootout. But if it comes down to an offensive battle, I just don't see anyone beating the Chiefs.
Big facts.
My homie.
Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Snow Season.
As always, Drake.
Of
Like
course.
you, just a friend of the show at this point, bruh. Like you come through whenever.
Appreciate you as always, man.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me, of course, anytime. I love following what you guys are doing and, the improvements. It seems like a couple seasons ago it was a lot smaller and, it was still great content, but less professional. And I'm watching the stream right now and you got the pop-ups and the social media and the dual view and stuff. It's great watching you guys grow. So anytime you need a guest, I'm here.
Thank you.
Appreciate you,
We
man.
appreciate you, man. Warm heart.
Yeah. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, fellas. Take it easy.
I said, be safe, bro.
later, big dog.
All right.
That was lit. Shit
Yeah.
like that is lit. All right, let's
That's
keep the
our
show
guy.
going. Let's keep the show going.
Yeah,
Next facts are correct.
it's been a minute since Willie's ordered Chinese food on my show. Yeah, you guys have come a long way.
Yeah, man.
Next facts are correct. Is Tyreek Hill the fastest human on Earth? Y'all let us know. Is Tyreek Hill the
Like right now?
fastest human on Earth?
In football, yeah.
I'm gonna say
On
he's
Earth, no.
I'm gonna say he's
There's
the
someone out there
fastest
that's
human
faster.
being I've ever seen wearing pads. Because when it comes down to you take the pads off, I mean, realistically, Scotty Miller's running a 4.3. Who said, "Yeah, I'm whooping him." Scotty Miller runs a 4.3,
Yeah.
maybe sub 4.3 in that situation. But in pads, I have never seen a human being
He's like a
faster than Tyreek Hill in my life.
And I feel like at times he's just like, he's not even trying. He's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, you can't catch me. Like, I'm not even running my father. Like, you're good. You're not catching me, bro. Peace out. Like,
Deuce.
literally.
Deuce.
You know how disrespectful that is on the highest form of evolution that we're seeing,
Wow.
and he's saying, "Yeah, I'm faster than you. You can't catch me." So literally, and then he got fined for it. So he put 2 fingers on his glove and just goes like this now, and he doesn't get fined for it.
That's probably more disrespectful. He's
That's
like,
funny.
oh, yeah, this guy. He still found a way to do it.
True.
Fastest guy in football, for sure. Fastest guy on Earth, I don't think so. Or else he'd be on, U.S. Olympic track team type shit. There's still those people that are faster than him. Hell, I'd love to see him race Deion Sanders in his prime. Because Deion ran a 4.2 as well. So,
Chris
matter of
Johnson,
fact, exactly.
Chris
Give me
Johnson.
Henry Ruggs, Chris Johnson, Deion Sanders, and
John Ross?
I'll throw John Ross, Devin Hester, and then Tyreek Hill. Those 6
John
men.
Ross.
And if anybody knows, if anyone remembers his name, Allen Rossum, who used to play for the Falcons, that man was a D-man.
Okay.
Tyreek smokes them all in pads. If we were taking the pads off,
not Dion. I don't know about Dion, big dog.
It's been a minute though. It's been a minute since we've seen Dion play.
I saw Dion at 37 years old keeping up receivers, bro. That man is a different breed.
Yeah, he is.
He's a different
built
breed.
to do that shit.
That's maybe but you're
shit.
talking about maybe the best player to ever play his position.
Oh, for sure, easily.
Very true. Maybe the best player of all time.
Randy Moss in his prime. I don't think Tyreek beats that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the strides are just stupid.
You gotta take the strides. In fact,
Yeah,
he's
the
not the
strides are just
fastest human being on earth. Otherwise, Usain Bolt would whoop him basically because he can get to the same place in 7 to 10 less steps.
Next facts or crack. Is this the best QB Super Bowl matchup ever?
On paper, yes.
Yeah.
On paper, easily.
I feel like, in the game, if it was Aaron against Mahomes, but, that didn't happen. But on paper, I agree with him.
Yeah, if it was Aaron versus Mahomes, that would have been the
crazy.
talent, the arm talent. Oof.
They would have combined for like 750 passing yards.
Yeah, that would have really been a shootout.
8 touchdowns.
No matter what.
Shit like that.
It's hard to think of like amazing quarterback matchups that have happened in the past. I mean, really, you got like, what was it? Rodgers versus Roethlisberger. That's probably up there. I mean, what was the one with the Giants?
Manning versus
What was the one when your Ravens won? It was Dilfer versus Kerry Collins. Like, we've come a long way from that. We've come a long way. We're talking about Tom Brady, who, by any measurement, you can take everything that you use, has been the most successful quarterback in football. There's no arguing that he is the most successful quarterback to ever play the position. Whether you think he's the most talented, I know, I'm sorry, I don't want to piss off your dad by saying anything, Chloe, but he is the most successful. And we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, who may be the best evolution of what we've seen at the quarterback position right now. So with those two facts, I mean, Mahomes' career's got to play out, and we'll see. But, I mean, it's pretty goddamn impressive.
It's a lot going into this game tonight.
Very impressive.
What y'all think just be ready to watch, bruh. Like, that's all I could think is just have your popcorn, have your chips, whatever you need. This shit's gonna be 3.5 hours of just wildness. I really feel like, bruh, that's the best way to describe it.
So, I believe Snell actually chatted this in. He said he forgot to ask your thoughts on the offensive rookie of the year.
Exactly. I touched on exactly.
We were gonna get to that.
If you think Jefferson didn't deserve to win.
Oh no, he did deserve to win. That's what I thought. Hands down.
We were talking about that before we got on.
Justin Jefferson put up probably one of the best rookie wide receiver seasons we've ever seen. Yeah. It's the best in Vikings history. And that includes Randy Moss in a Vikings uniform as a rookie. So it's exceptional. But that's, if you got a hot, like this year, it was all about the quarterbacks that were coming out. It was about Burrow. It was about Tua. It was about Herbert. And for Herbert to come out and do what he did.
He sprayed, man.
It's going to go to the quarterback. It's a little bit biased that you can go that way. But again, there were a lot. You can line them all up. There were a ton of rookies that balled this year at the offensive position. A lot more than we've ever had. I feel like
this year, like a lot of these rookies, like they were playing like they've been in the league for like 3-4 years already, just chilling, just coasting. Like Justin Jefferson does not look like a fucking rookie.
CeeDee Lamb doesn't look like a rookie either.
Jerry, he just needs a quarterback. Jerry Jeudy gonna go stupid.
Evolution.
I was hearing some things about people who really follow the Broncos pretty close, and they were saying Drew Lock is so bad that they somehow have made Jerry Jeudy look like this. Jerry Jeudy, when he came out, was, I thought, undoubtedly the best route runner in the draft. And you know what? Justin Jefferson has done a lot of things with his ability to catch the big play ball, but that may still be. I mean, he's just not, you do have to have a guy that can get it to him. And they had a quarterback, literally, that they had to call up from the practice squad this season.
Shit's terrible.
He definitely did get robbed.
Yeah, Snell said that he got robbed, that he only got like 6 votes.
I think it was 25-9 is
Disrespect.
the exact number, but yeah, bro, he should have got way more. Should have been way closer. That's how I felt.
Disrespectful, but it's also the love for the quarterback and how great of a season it was for Justin Herbert, who did have the most passing touchdowns ever as a rookie QB. QBs get the love. That's the deal.
Okay,
Fact.
well, that's what we were moving into anyways. So let's just get to defensive player of the year, because I feel like that was controversial as well.
Oh, we got a snub. We absolutely had a snub. Listen, Aaron Donald is the best defensive. It's the situation that James has himself for the last 5-10 years when it comes to the MVP
All the great players
competition.
do that. That happens to
Right?
all of them.
So, yes, they are the most impactful player at their position, but that doesn't necessarily add up to MVP because it's a number of different things. The season that TJ Watt had with that Pittsburgh team, who we saw, they were frauds. You know, they went 11-0, and they were carried by that defense. As soon as they lost Devin Bush, as soon as they lost Bud Dupree, as soon as they lost all the key pieces. But the guy who kept balling from day one and the guy who's the most impactful was TJ Watt. And I'll take you to one game in particular if you just want to know about his impact. Watch that game he had against the Titans and watch what he did to Derrick Henry in that game specifically. He was a pass rusher. Right? He got 15 sacks this season, led the league in sacks on top of that. But what he was able to do, you were able to isolate him on Derrick Henry for most of those plays, and he was able to handle him man for man, despite probably even at his position, maybe giving up 20, 25 pounds to Derrick Henry. That's how special TJ Watt is
And
this
he's a different
season.
breed.
He's a
man's a
top
different
3
breed.
defensive player in the league right now.
I feel like
and for what he's going to be in the future, he got snubbed. This year, he got snubbed.
Would you say the top 3 players are Donald, Watt, and Khalil Mack, or Khalil Mack not that dominant anymore?
Khalil Mack can
He's
still
still Khalil
get a
Mack.
strip sack, and we
Yeah.
forgot Von Miller's just been hurt this year,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
we forgot about him.
Did he injure again?
His Achilles.
Oh shit!
But you
the
know,
thing about Aaron
it's a-
Donald is, though, he demands a double team every single time he's out
He
there.
still had 13
And he
sacks
still has
as a
13 and a half
D tackle.
sacks
Like, that's
as a
crazy.
defensive
That's
tackle.
insane.
Every single time he's out there, he has to get double teamed no matter what.
I mean,
So I
think
feel like that plays
Trains
into
with
it,
knives.
and not
He
getting
trains with fucking knives.
defensive player of the year last year, even though still Stephen Gilmore, I feel like deserved it. You can't snub him 2 years in a row is what I feel like.
my background's not football. I didn't play football when I was younger. I played football in the backyard, so I didn't understand how important each of the different variations of defensive player are. Maybe Willie, who's played it before, who knows about it, can give me a little bit more on that. But, I mean, it's hard to put someone, let's say, good guy who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl, Devin White, for example. His impact on a game, because he's not racking up the sacks like other players are, but his impact compared to someone who's just rushing the passer on third downs each game. Like, it's hard to do those particular measurements, but I think you got it right. It's Donald, it's Watt, and then Khalil Mack, just because I don't have an absence of someone, or how people impact the game. I mean, you can make an argument for Derwin James, Budda Baker, all these big play safeties as well, all these middle linebackers, Bobby Wagner in the league. It's just depending on how you do the measurement. Sack's the easiest thing to go statistically to, though.
You say he got snubbed, Trill?
He was TJ Watt was definitely snubbed. There was another person who was snubbed as well. I feel in Defensive Player of the Year, he at least should have got votes. It's hard for me to say this, but bruh, Xavier Howard put together 10 interceptions.
10
The last
interceptions.
time a DB did that was Antonio Cromartie, and they handed him Defensive Player of the Year.
How many votes did he get?
But I don't know if he even got some. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
it
he was
was
third in
Aaron
the vote.
Donald and TJ Watt. So I'm like, bruh, this man put together 10 picks. He played against hella receivers this year. He did it against Tyreek. So I'm
He
like,
got 3 votes.
bruh, come on, bruh.
20 to Watt, 27 to Donald.
For defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald got 27.
3 votes. That's
Like
a little bit
like
embarrassing.
Cheese said,
It's so hard for a cornerback to be decided on that. And the thing is, when you get 10 picks, like, that's also a credit to Byron Jones, who's on the other side, where it's not like, all right, we can just ignore him. Because when Revis was back with the Jets back in the day, like, it was easy. All right, just don't throw that guy's away. Jalen Ramsey, just don't throw that guy's away. Can't exactly do that for the Miami defense. That's why people kept trying. And also
Yeah.
10 picks. That's
I'm like,
insane.
bruh, 10 picks,
That's
and
still insane.
he should have just got more. I'm like, bruh, Stephon Gilmore, did he not win it last year?
He did.
and pull up Stephon
Is
Gilmore.
that okay?
Someone pull up Stephon Gilmore stats right now.
Okay, so if that's the case,
hot.
okay, so
Because I'm like, bruh, I don't even stand the
and
Dolphins.
then week 17, Devontae Parker made him just look terrible. I remember.
Oh,
that
I'm pretty sure we all
specifically.
remember
It
that.
was
game.
already voted before
That
then,
was
but
the
still.
then that was the makeup. Aaron Donald should have won it last year.
Should've.
This year was the we're sorry. Here's your well
They
deserved.
couldn't give him. Yeah, they couldn't snub him 2 years in a row. They legit couldn't.
I'm looking for these 2019 stats.
I have it right here. Hold on.
That says 2020 games. That's why it's on purchase. Scroll back down, sir.
It's time for the. What do y'all think is happening tonight? What do y'all think the
If you
score is going to
scroll-
be?
I'm like, you going
My
to
Y'all let us
homie.
know in the chat below. We gonna keep getting to that. 2019 picks.
What the fuck is happening? You can't find this.
He's
he's
terrible.
going
Bro,
through a
you
lot of
going
different.
through- I'm like,
avenues.
if you-
really bad.
I'm about to look it
Alright.
up right now, man.
Because I'm just hot about this. Because, bro, like I said, Xavier Howard, I'm not a Dolphin fan. I'm a Raven. Bro, we know we know the history with the Ravens and the Dolphins. 115. I was there. So the fact that I'm even making this statement right now, bro,
6
he had
interceptions.
6 interceptions, bro.
53 tackles.
Took two to the house though.
That's great. That's great because I remember one
Whoa.
was against the Dolphins
Yeah,
where
exactly.
literally Josh Rosen pitched it and he
Exactly.
ran 40 yards by
Oh,
himself.
yeah.
So, bro, listen,
dark times, man.
that man was robbed. Xavier, if TJ Watt was robbed, so was Xavier Howard. He should have at least got more votes, bro. And I'll go to my grave saying that, standing the Dolphin. That's crazy.
But still, Stephon Gilmore again. There wasn't so much. J.C. Jackson wasn't what he was. J.C. Jackson this year had more picks than Stephon Gilmore and was on the same team. J.C. Jackson had like 8 picks all season too.
He
He
had
had
a-
a great season.
He had
But-
a streak of like 5 or 6 weeks with
Also,
interceptions.
picks isn't also a reflection of your defense because if people don't throw your way, you can't get an interception.
Xavier-
Understandable, but shit, how did Ed Reed win it?
I just
People
I,
wasn't
savage.
throwing Ed Reed's way. Think
He's
about
savage.
that.
He's
I just,
different.
I just
He's
popped
savage.
into the just to see because he was working on like a bunch of the stats on there. Xavier Howard now has led the league in interceptions for the second time this season, or for the second time in 3 seasons.
Oh yeah, Devontae should have had more votes for Offensive Player of the Year.
No, I
For
didn't see
sure, big dog. For sure. 18 touchdowns. Didn't he? How many? Did he miss a game and a half or some shit like
I
that?
think he missed about 2 games or 2.5 games.
Exactly. So, bruh, I'm taking that every day, all day. I mean, I saw Derrick Henry coming from a mile away when
I
they
was gonna
announced
say,
the
though.
nominees. Don't get me wrong, because it was Derrick Henry.
Getting no votes is yeah, that's true though.
It's
Getting
it's-
no votes is kind of
Derrick Henry won.
I
but
think
who
I
were the
guess
other
because it's
two
missing
runners?
the games, but it's just like because of what Derrick
Derrick Henry
he's
just
been on a fucking.
Derrick Henry was definitely deserving, and I feel like wide receivers, for whatever reason, don't get the same amount of credit, even though we've evolved into more of a passing game.
Yeah.
But they're thinking, oh well, someone's got to throw him the ball, whereas Derrick Henry's just getting the ball and doing his thing.
I think because of that, it's why. Because like you see Derrick Henry, what he did, it's like, oh shit, a running back did that. Yeah, they have to get that.
I mean, there's been only few 2K kind of rushing seasons in history. We're talking about a top 5, top 6 rushing season
I think
ever
that,
for him.
that might be
Exactly.
the main reason he got that because of that 2000. If he didn't get that
Exactly.
2000,
Which
he might
is
have gone to
fair,
Devontae.
but I will say this about Devontae Adams, whether you want to give him an award or not, he established himself right now as arguably going in the best receiver in football.
Him and Nuke.
Definitely up
100%.
there. Another thing on Henry, his quarterback is still Ryan Tannehill. No matter what you think about Ryan Tannehill,
he's probably the best game
he's
managing
still Ryan
quarterback you could get right now.
I think
he's still Ryan Tannehill.
I think at this point you can just say,
His
all right,
numbers are lit.
he's serviceable, but he's not. He's not. I mean, they're still going to worry about Derrick Henry no matter who's playing
He's
quarterback.
Ryan
for them.
Tannehill. Alvin Kamara got votes. Travis Kelce, Stephon Diggs, and Josh
Travis-
Allen got votes. Speaking of Josh Allen, let's go to MVP. Of course you're man. Take a bow.
All right, yeah, it's your
Take a
time.
bow.
Do your thing.
Shout your pal.
Yeah, man. What is that? 48 touchdowns, 5
Yeah.
interceptions. Yeah, man. It's just he's just great. He just like he gets to the title game and he's like, nah, bro. I just want an MVP, bro. He got engaged, bro. He's living life. He's good, bro. He's gonna get another one. Don't worry. He's going to get another one.
I like it.
We're good. And you know what's gonna happen next year? AJ Dillon's gonna be unleashed.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
Okay.
I'm not even mad if we lose Aaron Jones.
You're gonna get another receiver though. I hope so.
I can't lie. I like Lazard showed up.
Was
this
all
year.
right. Yeah.
They'll draft
MVS is
another quarterback
retarded, but
instead.
Lazard, I'm good with. And then Devontae's like 3 receivers in one.
Lazard, very nice.
The one thing about the Packers this season, and the craziest thing is they had 4 or 5 draft picks. Only A.J. Dillon saw a snap this season.
Yeah, I don't know what they'd be doing.
Yeah.
So they went 13-3. Didn't Aaron Rodgers got better this season in his age 38, 39 season.
Yeah, I think it's like 37, like fucking like 16th, 17th year. Some shit
I
like
mean,
that.
and they didn't make any kind of changes to improve the team. Think about next year. Again, you're talking about A.J. Dillon being unleashed because Aaron Jones is probably going somewhere else. It's going to look a little different. It's going to look a little different, and you don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be there next year.
Oh no, he's gonna be
Boom,
there.
Quarterback carousel, man.
He gonna be there. I'm not even stressing that.
But let's talk about second place and third place for MVP real quick. 4 votes for Josh Allen, 2 for Mahomes. Is there?
It makes sense. Don't get me wrong. Just because those are the top 2 people, those are the other 2 people who I saw being there.
4 for Allen and 2 for Mahomes?
Yeah, just because I think
Well,
we saw the epitome. The Chiefs went 15-1, and Mahomes wasn't playing.
14-2.
14-2, and wasn't playing anywhere near his top
They
ball.
were 15-1.
No, 14-2. They lost last week.
I thought they didn't.
They
lose.
did lose the last week. You're correct.
But
14-2.
even still, we saw
14-1.5.
Mahomes not playing his best ball. So I'm like, this wasn't an MVP year for him. Yeah, they still went 14-2.
They're gonna base it off the fucking 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns season.
Exactly,
They're
bro.
gonna do
It's
that for the rest of
very
his
hard.
career, for the rest of it.
Wow. So we gonna see how many MVPs he actually does get. He'll still get a couple.
He'll maybe,
He's
yeah,
gonna
he'll
get at
maybe
least
get
3.
another
At
2.
least 3.
He'll still get a
You
couple.
maybe he'll probably he's a lock for another one at least. Another one at least.
It's a credit to Josh Allen's season that he was put more
Yeah, he
points.
showed
because
up.
Shout out to
fucking-
Josh Allen. He balled this
The
season.
improvement he made, he certified himself.
Jordan Palmer
He did,
should be
100%.
like
Ooh,
the
he gonna be a
hottest
coach.
name
He better get bread.
on the block because he legit in one season took his completion percentage up 15 I think points from like somewhere in the 50s to 70% completion. So it's like, bruh, if you did that with Josh Allen, who people were trying to call low-key a bust after that first season, then bruh, you can work some magic.
and everything.
Go work with Sam Darnold or fucking Jared Goff or
I
some
think he
shit
does
like
work with
that.
Sam Darnold. Everything good about Sam Darnold, I think, is because of him.
And then yeah, everything bad
Is the Jets.
is Adam Gase too. That man is the devil. I feel bad for Russell Wilson.
He's
Bro.
going to be the I think is Gase. It's either Gase or O'Brien who's going to be the offensive coordinator at Alabama next. So you'll see them back in the NFL.
Bill
very
O'Brien
soon.
Bill
is
O'Brien.
it's bruh, I've talked about this before. It's a role that Nick Saban just gives random people that have gotten fired from either college or the NFL. It's called an offensive analyst.
Mhm.
You come there, you work there for 2 years, you get another coaching job.
Good.
Just like that.
You'll be back.
Yeah, you just got to deal with Nick Saban for 2 years, which
He can yell at
not
you,
kind
scream
of
at
his
you.
offensive coordinator.
You're basically his bitch.
Bro, you just stand there and you just walk around.
You're basically his bitch.
You just stand there and walk around.
Oh, yeah. Defensive rookie of the year. Bark. Defensive rookie of the year.
Dodge going. I'm sorry. Go continue.
Do y'all think that should have should have been unanimous no matter what? Chase Young had that. From day
bro,
one, basically.
He was a
Fucking
freak.
animal.
Like
Yeah.
he's a freak.
He's
He's
yeah,
a
It's
problem.
no
very
way to
freaky.
describe it besides being a freak.
Bro, he's gonna go down as an all-time great, 100%.
Whoever's his
Barring any
D-line
injury.
coach or whoever's recruiting these motherfuckers to Ohio State, he needs to, like, Nick Saban just gonna offer him a bag because, bruh, they produce defensive
He said,
ends
"Just do
like
that, but over
crackheads.
here. Just come over here. Come down
The
south."
Bosa brothers and him, these were all top 5 picks, bruh. Top 5 picks at defensive line. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's life-changing bread as a 21-year-old, bruh. What
Real
are we
quick.
talking about?
Real quick.
Mike Tomlin said it best when it comes to Chase Young.
Yeah, I
it
remember
was
that shit was
it
lit.
was he came up to him after the game and says, "I hope I'm not in a position ever where I have the opportunity to draft you." So it's kind of like a backhand compliment, like we're gonna be on top
Oh,
forever,
yeah.
but it's like, man, you're
You're gonna be
the
number
talent
one.
that should be picked with the 1 or 2 pick.
Yeah,
and
like you
I-
got to lose like 14 games
like,
to get a guy like
that's
you.
crazy.
That shit.
And I'm not trying to do that.
The only thing about Chase Young that was like where there's even a conversation is he came off the field a lot on first and second downs. Like he may have played like 60% of the snaps. Like, he didn't play a lot of snaps. He was very impactful when he did play, and that's going to go up as he gets more. But maybe someone like, and just throwing out some names, Julian Blackmon, the safety from the Colts, Antoine Winfield, the safety from the Bucs you're going to see tonight. They may not have the stats to go with it because, again, sacks are the stat that's easy to count and say, hey, that guy produces. But some of those safeties, there was a good class, and you're going to see a good rookie corner in this game too, L'Jarius Sneed for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay. Well, we talking about it. Let's get into it. Let's get into this Super Bowl matchup.
It's Super Bowl week. We made
I
it.
mean,
guys.
we made it.
Okay.
It's been so long.
This game is gonna be fucking walkie, bro.
But before we get into that, we got some Super Bowl questions. We got a lot of talent in this Super Bowl. Hella talent. Wide receiver, tight end, QB, running back,
coach.
everywhere. Real quick. Best wide receiver in their prime in this game tonight.
In their prime.
It's the guy that has CTE.
Exactly.
That's not even a question.
Like, bruh,
I thought it
Antonio
wasn't,
Brown.
but I still had to ask.
Best
Like-
wide receiver in their prime was Antonio Brown. Prime Antonio Brown.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
not a
top
question.
5 receiver we've ever seen. The best wide receiver in this game today is Tyreek Hill.
Definitely. Oh,
Yeah, for
Trill
sure.
is
Yes.
Trill.
Oh no, yes, but it's just, bruh, like,
I would.
it's gonna be very
way
hard.
past-
I wouldn't count out Mike Evans because Mike Evans he's just a monster. Like, he just catch touchdowns. He don't care. He just throw it to me.
Like,
coach,
I've been
I'm gonna catch
preaching
it.
for, like, I don't know, a week or two ever since this matchup been announced or since we've been convinced that the Chiefs are going. Bruh, I refuse to let Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce beat me, bruh. I'm a double them. I'm a triple them. Sammy Watkins and McCole Hardman and Demarcus Robinson and whoever else they got on the fucking team are going to have to catch passes tonight. I refuse to let Patrick Mahomes have 300 passing yards and 250 out of those two.
Sheesh.
That's how it usually goes, bro. And it's like, you can't stop that.
Yeah,
If
no.
that's how the game is
That's
going
how you're
to
gonna
go,
do
you're
it.
not going to stop it.
You're taking an L every time.
Hard to forget Tyreek Hill last time these two matched up.
Yeah, 'cause they
200
went man to
receiving-
man.
That was the fantasy.
You go
record.
man to man.
It's the NFL. 200 receiving yards in a quarter.
You should
in a
never
quarter.
go. You should never
I
go
think he
man
dropped
to man.
50-something fantasy points.
That's
some
running.
crazy
That's
shit.
running dagger. That's just automatic each time with Tyreek Hill. That's 200 yards in a quarter, dude. That's video game shit.
That's good.
It's not even that. It's literally the best way to compare it. We know Tyreek Hill's speed is a 99. Carlton Davis' speed at his best is a 92. Just think about
And they're
that.
trying to run press. Trying to run
Exactly.
press man against us.
So it's like,
know what to
bruh,
do.
I know how I play that in
Y'all know what to
Madden.
do.
It's just, bitch, I'm going to call hike, stand here for 2 seconds, lob. Every time. Tyreek is going to run under this bitch. Just that simple, bruh. So, yeah, man. I can't let those two beat me tonight, bruh. I refuse to.
Speaking of Kelce, best tight end in their prime.
He's
Kelce
not,
Gronk.
He's not touching Gronk. I'm sorry, big dog.
Ooh.
Gronk in his prime is an issue, bruh.
Ooh,
There's a reason why he was the tight end of the
That is-
decade. Like,
that's
what?
true. Kelce,
Who's
I
the
feel like
tight
he
end
just
of
gets
this
started.
decade? Who's gonna be
Yeah.
the tight end of
I'm
this
ta-
decade?
He just
Of
gets
this
started.
I'm
decade?
taking.
I'm rocking with Kelsey.
You got to look at the numbers and consistency at the receiver position, being able to block all the
Are you
things
s-
that
well,
Gronk is a better blocker, I'll
I'm
take.
taking prime
Well, no.
Kelce,
My question is,
which is
are
now,
we s-
by the way.
exactly? Are we counting? We're saying the decade of 2020 to 2029. Because
No, I'm just saying the best in their prime. Like,
Well,
what
no,
do
no.
you?
I'm saying with Pete, we're saying best of the
How-
decade because we know he can't get it for 2010 to 2019. That decade's over. That was Gronk.
Yeah, he'll get
So
the
you're
next
saying
decade.
he's gonna have it from 2020 to
So
2029.
Easily.
here's the most amazing
know, big
Gronk
dog.
and Kelsey stat, which is amazing, which is Kelsey's older than Gronk. It feels so far off, but Kelsey is actually older than Gronk is.
That doesn't make me excited, actually.
So
I
if
don't
we're
even
talking
understand
legacy,
That doesn't
right?
make me
We're
excited.
talking legacy.
I gotta-
Gronk has had all those years.
That's sad,
Kelsey
actually.
had injuries going into the front end of his year and just started to really, really hit his motor. Now, tight ends don't necessarily at this dominant level. There's no
Only
precedent.
31. He's
There's
good.
no precedent for a 31-year-old tight
How
end
old is
doing
Kelsey?
what he's doing.
31. He's good. He got 4 more years. He's gonna dominate.
You're not, but this has
me,
never happened.
tight ends-
Tony Gonzalez is maybe the only one who's
That's the only
going
one
deep
close.
into his career.
Tony
like
Gonzalez,
this.
Shannon
Like
Sharp,
this.
Shannon
Greg
Sharp.
Olsen. They
Greg
all
Olsen.
got Pro Bowls past the age of 30.
I'll give
He
you
did.
I'll give you Shannon Sharp only because Shannon Sharp didn't play in this era
Shannon Sharp
right
was
now,
fire,
where
though.
if Shannon Sharp played in this era, the amount of touchdowns he would have, the kind of player he was, the body he was, they weren't using the tight end with Shannon Sharp like
He'd been
they are
different.
with Travis Kelce now. I mean, how many?
So you don't think he's gonna be the tight end of the decade, Joe?
I think it's going
He's
to
already
be
31. Like,
exactly.
that shit's
already
crazy.
31.
That means
Think,
like, come
think
on,
about
that's
why I'm
three-
asking these questions, because he's already
He's got 3 more
31,
years.
so he's gonna
What do
have
you
3
mean?
more years. Think about that.
Also, Kittle.
That's
Oh
That's
shit!
a
Also,
better
Kittle.
bet.
Also,
That
Kittle.
is-
How
I'm
old is George
tweaking.
Kittle?
I'm tweaking on that one.
Kittle's younger. Kittle's
I
younger.
understand that,
How old is
but-
Kittle? He has to be at least like 25.
And then
24.
you got to think of Kyle Pitts too.
I can't base someone off of college. I can't
Yeah.
just say just
I
because you
can't.
can.
That
Just 'cause
he's
you
the
can-
truth. 27. Kyle Pitts is the truth.
Just
Look,
because you can catch passes and run routes in college,
He can
don't.
block too. He's
can do everything.
6'6". Like
I
he's
got-
6'6", 245. He just
I
looks.
gotta see him block real
True.
grown men
I
who
feel you.
have
I can feel that.
families
You're
to
talking
feed.
about
I feel that.
you're talking
I feel
about LeBron James,
I
but like
100% feel
20
that.
pounds lighter
I 100%
and
feel that.
2 inches shorter.
I prefer on a football field. It don't always equate.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
I'm like,
but
I'm
I've,
s-
I haven't
I've seen it on
I
the
haven't
football
seen it
field
like
before.
that though.
That man
Not like
single-handedly has made Kyle Trask a third rounder.
Single by himself.
Him
He's
and
a first rounder.
Him and I'll give Kadarius Toney too. I didn't mean for this to be a Gator football
Trask
talk.
is a first rounder.
But Kyle Pitts is
We
the
got
real
Kyle
deal.
Pitts.
He can block. He can line up outside. He is the new age tight end. He's going to be really, really good. Again, it may be far fetched to
Crazy.
say he's Kelsey Gronkowski, but hey, they're coming up, man.
Kittle probably is the better bet though.
Kittle's probably the better bet because he's
4
the
years
best.
younger than
He's the
Kelsey,
best
yeah.
blocking tight end right now.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Anything he does receiving wise,
The only thing that can stop him is him because he's crazy.
Yeah, my issue with Kelsey is he's 31. He can't get it for the past decade. Let's face it. He's only going to put up these great numbers
Yeah,
maybe another 2, possibly 3 years.
I get it on.
So it's like, okay, that's going to take me to 2023. So he had a dominant run from 2020 to 2023. Either Kyle Pitts can come in and do something longer, or
Yeah.
Darren Waller's going to sustain something that's longer,
Darren
or
Waller,
George
Jesus
Kittle's going to do
Christ.
something that's long, or Mark
Forgot.
Andrews, or any of these other tight ends,
There's-
T.J. Hawkinson, Noah
Deep in the
Fant,
basketball.
all of these other dudes who just really need more targets or more time.
Go look at Travis Kelce's season this year. Compare it to any Gronk season you've seen. You're gonna go with Travis Kelce.
The only thing
It's the numbers touchdown wise may be a little bit different, but numbers wise you're gonna go with Kelce's season.
Let me look at
No.
the targets wise too.
is, I was gonna say
because,
the only
bruh,
reason-
Travis Kelce's seeing double-digit targets. He's the only. Think about it.
He's the only
He's
one
a
that has
receiver.
Mahomes.
He's not even a fucking.
There's
tight
a
end,
reason
dog.
why he led the league for tight ends, and I think led the league in receiving yards, bruh. like-
over 1,600.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
over
yo,
17.
he's getting the targets. There's no question about it. It's just, if other people had this volume of targets, let me see what their numbers would be. Because, bruh, if Waller wasn't being covered by the best defender each and every time, or they actually had other targets on their team, come on now. Come, like, bruh,
Hey.
we've seen he's an issue.
I will say Kelsey does have Mahomes. That's the only thing that could save him and maybe
Kelsey was
extend his career
dominant with
longer
Alex
than
Smith. He
anything
wasn't
we've ever
this,
seen.
but
No.
he was dominant with Alex Smith too.
They benefit each other.
very much so. Next question. Best running back in there.
Oh, that's not a
Shady.
question.
Well, there
That's
hasn't
the-
been
that's
a
the- That's
lot
the
of.
crackhead in Kansas City.
There hasn't been a lot of. Yeah, it would be yes. It would be the one who's going to be on. Who's not going to even be suited. To
Not
that.
shady.
No.
We forgot.
I
Shady
can't-
was
I
in this.
can't
No,
take him.
he's
I'm not
crazy.
taking
Yo,
shit.
No.
he
Le'Veon
knows what I
Bell
did to
in
him
his prime.
Bro, what I did to him in Madden one year, bro, I ran for like 300 yards in the fucking like
No,
NFC
he-
championship game again. But no,
He's
Le'Veon
different.
Bell, what he does, how he could run, bro, what he did in
Le'Veon Prime with the
fantasy,
Steelers. Yeah,
bro.
that's what you got to do. But of prime of the actual running backs who are going to partake in this game, because you won't see. You may if you see a snap for LaShawn McCoy or Le'Veon
No.
Bell, it's a gimmick snap.
Not everybody.
I'm out of the people that you're going to see, it's going to be Fournette.
Yeah,
Fournette's
sure.
the best running back in this game, and Clyde's gonna Clyde is too early. We'll
That
see.
defense is too crazy. I don't think Clyde's gonna be a factor
Yeah,
like
no.
that.
That shit is.
It's gonna be
And Dominican Sue is going to be
Mahomes
eating
gonna have to
shit.
throw. Like,
So-
Mahomes throwing at least 40 times.
So we're talking about the analysis of like the Bucks run defense was the best in football. The best. Like there was not a second place team. We're talking about the great defenses that have been in the NFL this year. Against the run, it's the Bucks. And that's it.
Yep.
With their two linebackers, David and White, they got the big offensive line. They got Sue's an afterthought. Imagine that guy was the second overall pick.
They also got back Vita Vea, and that's fucking huge,
Yep.
bruh.
Huge against the run specifically.
So let's break down these matchups.
First matchup I want to break down because I think is easily the most important one. Carlton Davis, Tyreek Hill, bruh. If he don't exactly,
You mean Bucks defense versus Tyreek Hill?
Exactly, bruh.
It can't be. You have to have learned your
Him
lesson.
and
You gotta
Kelsey,
go-
You gotta see what they do against both.
I
of
know
them.
they want to run. I know they want to run man to man. I know they don't want to leave just Kelsey on an island either. But
You can dumb it down like this. I would tell the corner, play every single inside route. Safety, you got to be over the top. Anything Tyreek runs short, he can't get it because the corner's there. Safety, bruh, don't let this man get behind you. I don't care if you got to be 20 yards off the ball. Just keep backpedaling.
He's gonna set a
Just
Super
keep
Bowl record if
backpedaling.
that shit happens tonight.
Because, bruh, if you go one-on-one or you sit here and try to go simple cover 3, cover 4, it's a wrap, big dog. He going to sit here and run a crossing route. Watkins and fucking a bum are just going to run down the field, and you're going to see Tyreek running wide open, bruh.
I really
Brady
want
will
to
be in the
see
crib.
Godwin and Mike Evans against this the secondary for the
Oh, yeah, they're going to –
especially
listen.
Mike Evans.
Listen, the secondary for the Chiefs need to be on high fucking alert.
Brady gonna let that shit
Legarius
fucking
Sneed,
fly.
Rashad Fenton, Daniel Sorensen,
Honey Badger
Tyrann
ready.
Matthew. Everyone better be fucking ready because
they're
AB,
very underrated.
they're very underrated, but guess what? It's some niggas across the field that's about that action.
Yep, they are
Big as
ready.
hell.
It's 3 Pro Bowl receivers,
Fucking
and it's another Pro Bowl tight end, and it's a Hall of Famer throwing to him just like they got. So
Not just the
Tom
Hall of
Brady
Famer,
gave him the juice.
greatest quarterback ever.
He gave him the
juice.
juice too.
I was gonna ask. By that you meant Scotty Miller, right?
Shit. If you want to give Scotty Miller that much praise, then that's cool. But
Scotty Miller
Very-
MVP
we know-
odds. What are they?
Wow.
Jesus.
oh, I bet on that. That's the bet
What
I make.
I make? I don't because it's probably like plus 1100.
That's the bet
and
I
I'm
make.
putting
He's gonna be like,
10
this
on
is
that.
Wes Welker
I'll
running
give
up
you-
those
I'll-
court.
right now.
I'll give you the advice that you need there. Save your money. Don't do that.
Wes Welker, 2.0.
Probably not
Nah,
gonna
nah,
win
nah,
MVP,
nah.
but
no. That
you
ain't
like long
Wes-
shot bets.
I will say that ain't Wes Welker 2.0 because the one thing Wes Welker did, he got the underneath route. He played mesh, got that underneath route, got you your first down, whatever. Scotty
Plus
can beat
8,000.
You got to take that. You got to put $10 on
Scotty,
that.
Scotty can
Just 'cause.
Scotty can put it over top. Put $1 on that. That's $800. Put $1 on it for 800 or 80. $1 for 80.
Exactly, bro.
I would put $10 on that just for the fuck.
Save
of
your
it.
save
I
your
would
dollar.
for sure
Fuck
do
it.
that.
Save your dollar.
Cause it's like, bro, like he's gonna go
I'll
stupid.
put
He could get
$10
200
on
yards.
a bunch of these.
He's gonna get the worst DB out of everybody.
Exactly.
Because they're gonna be like, all right, so we need Sneed on
Don't
Mike
put your house on
Evans.
that.
We need Fenton on Godwin. We need Tyrann on AB.
Exactly.
And
Scotty Miller.
yeah, put Sorensen on Scotty Miller, and he gonna run right by that man.
Listen, if Scotty Miller is in the conversation to win MVP, then Tom Brady's winning MVP.
I've seen wilder things happen, sir.
If Scotty Miller comes down and does like 8 for like 180
We've seen
and 2
if
touchdowns,
Deion Branch had
hell
won
no.
an MVP before, then anybody could win an MVP, bro.
We were discussing before the show, before we started recording, that we all felt like something weird is gonna happen.
I got a defensive player winning
Super
MVP.
Bowl's gonna be
Okay.
walking.
Yeah,
It's
so,
gonna be weird.
something definitely strange is up.
You actually have a defensive player winning, like any defensive player,
Any defensive
or
position.
do you have a specific one in mind?
I've got 2 in mind, but it's
Okay.
hard to narrow it down. It's one of the DNs for Tampa. Either JPP or Shaq Barrett is gonna wreck this fucking game like Von Miller did. And yeah, that's,
Well, that's
it.
plus 700.
That's probably the biggest storyline going into the game is the fact that the Chiefs are down their two starting tackles, and they got to face those monsters, JPP and Shaquille Barrett.
So
I mean,
It's
turns
not
up
gonna be fun.
to the
Patrick,
max.
and Patrick Mahomes better be ready. Now he's different, where he can just be in a full back pedal and still throw an accurate pass 40 yards down the field. He's like Mahomes is different, where
So
he can
do-
do that.
So do you still try to blitz him?
no, I
You
don't.
got to try it a little
I'm
bit.
going
They're
with
going to.
4-man rush, bruh.
Think I'm-
4-man rush the entire game.
I
It
feel
was
you.
in coverage.
Gotta have someone. You gotta have your first responsibility will be someone over the top. And Tampa likes to blitz from the A gap with their 2 linebackers a lot, but again, I feel like they're going to be a little bit more reserved. And Devin White can cover a tight end. He's faster than a lot of the offensive people that Kansas City's going to have. And that's saying
Sound
something.
like Levante David for.
If you think about this, Patrick Mahomes likes to escape outside the pocket.
Mhm.
You got 2 DNs that's not finna let that happen, bro.
Pure contain.
I'm like all night.
Sue's gonna be pure contain. They're gonna be running all kinds of stunts.
So it's like,
Yeah,
bruh,
so we're not gonna fuck around.
They're
Today.
gonna move
Sue's
them
gonna be
all
on
over
point.
the field. It's gonna be. It'll be very interesting to see
this
how
is
Kansas
Ndamukong
City.
Suh's second Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
What was the other?
He was on the Rams team, wasn't he? Playing next to Aaron Donald.
I think he.
may be
you're
right.
You're right on that.
You are right.
So
Yes.
Sheesh.
he's he's looking at that defense like, look, I done been here before and I done played against this man. All we need to do is just do our fucking job and he's gonna win this game for us. It's just that simple.
Facts.
Just don't mess up and he's gonna win us the game.
Big facts. So we got the Bucks defensive line versus the Chiefs offensive line.
Oh, I got the Bucks D line 10 times out of 10. They could put the bench players in. They still
Yeah.
gonna mutt that shit.
Bucks D line, 100%.
But will Mahomes make that not matter?
He would have to become Ben Roethlisberger of this year or the old Tom Brady, where everything is within 2 seconds. Everything has to be 2 seconds. Other than that, that O line is not holding up at all.
You do have to wonder about his foot too, because there's been a report that came out where it said he's going to get foot surgery or toe surgery at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, in order to be Patrick Mahomes, you have to be mobile in order to do what he does, because it's a lot of improvising, it's a lot of crazy stuff, and obviously it's the rocket arm that goes along with it. I mean, how much of it can he deal with being under duress? I think he's a good enough quarterback where he can withstand it, but you're going to have to do, you may have to put in a tight end that you don't want to put in. You may have to limit a weapon to go out, maybe running 2 receiver sets more than 3 receiver sets in order to get more guys in the box to protect, because although the Chiefs, I would say their offensive line is deeper. I mean, you're talking about the two. With injuries, I'd still pick the Bucks D line over the Chiefs O line.
Okay. Neutral quarterback. Say Ryan Tannehill's the quarterback for both teams. Whose weapons are you taking? I'm just saying. Whose weapons are you taking?
Oh, I'm taking Tampa's 10 times out of 10.
Bay, I'm sorry, Tampa Bay, 100%.
I've seen Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce with a normal quarterback. It's called Alex Smith.
They make the playoffs.
They made the playoffs.
They made the playoffs, and what happened? That's not the same as what they're doing with Patrick Mahomes.
Very true.
That's just that simple. I've seen Mike Evans put up 1,000 yards and be a Pro Bowler with Jameis Winston multiple times. I've seen Chris Godwin do it just last year. I know what AB can do.
Right now,
He's different.
Right now, weapon wise, you're
You know
maybe
why.
taking Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce 1 and 2. And it may, like, if you're putting in a hypothetical situation where you're grabbing all of these players that you want to grab, you're probably grabbing those 2, 1 and 2. The next 10 would be on the Bucks.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
would
saw
think.
that tweet somewhere.
Your next 10 would probably be.
They
on the
rated
Bucks.
the top 15 players in this game.
It was 6 for KC, 14 for Tampa Bay. Top
And-
five, yeah.
It was weird. I think the top 5 are in no particular order: Tyreek, Travis, Chris Jones, Mahomes, and Brady was the only Buck, and then it picks up with
Picks
10
up with
Bucks
it.
in a row, basically. So yeah, bruh,
It's top heavy. It is top heavy.
bruh, I'm taking the Bucks skills all the time, bruh. It's 2 people. It's 2 people, bruh.
It is 2 people.
Sammy Watkins was traded. He's been traded multiple times. It was a 4th overall pick. What are we talking about?
Not
It's
even
2 people in
confirmed if he's
Mahomes.
gonna play
Mahomes'
either.
arm is technically damn near a receiver, just because
Exact, bruh. Come on now. Come on.
biggest matchup. Baby goat. Old man goat.
Bro, this game it's gonna be crazy. The ending.
You got.
If Brady wins, bro, I don't even know what to think because I don't think he's gonna retire.
He's not.
He is not.
I think he's gonna have to go out ugly.
There's no better way to
On
go
some
out.
Drew
though.
Brees
He's not
shit.
even gonna go out ugly. He's going to. I swear, he wants to get 10 championships.
He wants to try.
Bro, he just wants to play. He's like on some Forrest Gump shit. One day he's just gonna in the middle of a game. He's like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go home now. He's like, yeah, I'm
Actually,
good.
I'm done.
After this game, I'm good, man.
Bruh, it's a lot to fathom. It's really a lot to take in. It's like this dude is going for his 2nd Super Bowl. This is what, year 3 of playing quarterback for Mahomes?
Yep.
Yeah, starting
MVP, Super
Exactly.
Bowl MVP, and
It's like, bruh, there's a lot to take in, and then you got this dude who we think is on the end of his career or somewhere around it, but we don't really know because his career should have been over 5 years ago, we think. But, bruh, it's too much. 10th Super Bowl appearance, 2nd one for this man already. bro, Brady. I don't bet against that man.
Yeah.
I didn't literally when he's had to match up with quarterbacks of his equal talent or of a name at least, he shows up.
Yeah.
The only times he's played down is when he's played, let's just face it, weak ass quarterbacks. Eli Manning, Nick Foles, no one expected that, and Jared Goff, he put up 13 points because Jared Goff scored 3.
Jared Goff fucking sucks.
Exactly, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
If he's playing Eli Manning, don't bet on him. Any other quarterback, I'm betting on him. I'm not gonna lie, even if he isn't that good.
That's crazy.
If there's a game to determine life and it's Eli Manning versus Brady,
I'm taking Eli
I
Manning.
might put money on Eli Manning. 100% might do that.
You're putting money on the Giants defense.
Eli Manning, he'll just pull something out of his
He's
ass.
gonna see Eli Manning and be like, his
He'll
brain's
pull
just
something out
gonna
of his
start
ass.
not
Somehow,
working.
some way, that he's just gonna win. There's gonna be a crazy throw in the fourth quarter. And something's gonna happen.
Because there's no reason he should have 2 rings.
I think Brady's really happy to have Jason Pierre-Paul on his team for this particular matchup.
Definitely.
JPP looked at me like, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about 2011, man. Like, I'm sorry.
All right, let's get down to it. Who we got? Chiefs, Bucks, Tampa Bay.
I've got the Bucks 35-32, something like that. It's gonna be a shootout for sure.
I have Chiefs. I have like 38, 35, something like that. It's gonna be a 3-point game, 4-point game. It's gonna be real close. I just hope Brady doesn't get it with 2 minutes.
We think he gets one in the fourth quarter, or we think he gets one?
What do you mean one?
Do we think it goes down to the fourth quarter?
100%.
Mm.
I just hope Brady doesn't get it with 2 minutes left. I'm like, oh shit, my money's going.
The fourth quarter gonna be stressful, very stressful.
Yeah, 100%. This game is gonna be stressful.
So, I like to look at sort of what it looks like on Vegas. What is the ideal Vegas scenario?
Mm-hmm.
The ideal Vegas scenario is Chiefs winning by 2, because right now, the way you see it, a lot of the money is tailing the Chiefs as far as just betting on the spread goes, but the money line is favoring the Bucks. A lot of people are taking that underdog in that situation. So I like the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to win. Chiefs money line would be my pick. It comes down to this. Brady has won the last 2 games. He's gotten a big help from his defense. The field position that they've gotten in these past few games against New Orleans and the field position they got last week against the Packers, it's very hard to screw that up when you've gotten the ball at the 3, the 2. And what gets forgotten about last week is Brady threw 3 picks.
Yeah.
He's been careless with the ball.
People are saying he had a great game.
You cannot turn the ball over against the Chiefs team. And this Chiefs team, where they may give up yards, when it comes down to it, the Honey Badger and them boys, they get after it. They get the football, and you give Mahomes a short field to play with, it's going to be curtains. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Chiefs prevail.
I think the Chiefs prevail as well. My homie, you remember when I picked him in fantasy that first year?
When I picked him this year,
I can't bet against that evil man, bro.
I can't. I'm not. It's not that I'm betting against him. I did this in October, but I'm rocking with the Chiefs. He has to go. It's time for him to go.
Yeah, no, it's time.
It's time.
He's handing the torch. Still handing the torch.
There's a reason this is the matchup.
Yeah.
He's not gonna beat the guy who's gonna take over.
He's gonna look at him and he's gonna be like, "You want this? Got pride
You
out of
gotta
my
kill
dead
me for
cold
it."
hands." He gonna be like, "I'm a king of the north forever, bro.
Murder me.
Oh my God.
I'm the Night King, straight up. Tom Brady, the Night King. That's how it's finna
What
go.
this man Brad said? I knew it.
It's a bruh. Just oh man. Do we have any more topics? Anything else to talk about with this game?
I don't know. Y'all excited for the commercials and stuff? Y'all excited?
So we're about 20 minutes away from kickoff. So one of the things I wanted to give for the audience here, for my buddies at Nothing But Facts, is 5 of the prop bets that I'm going to be playing today.
Okay.
Lay them out.
Everyone listen to this shit. Please
I'm
listen to
this out.
this shit.
Listen.
Turn it up.
It's always a pleasure coming on this show. Love coming on the Nothing But Facts show. I've been, I've known these guys now for what? It's been like 2 years. I've known Cheese probably for like a year. It's hard to believe now.
Yeah.
Time flies.
So
When you putting in that work.
and I want to give you guys my best stuff. So what I have 5 different parlay or prop plays that I'm going to have for you guys today. The first one I'm going to parlay because CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire today. He's been injured going into, I believe he injured, I don't know if it was ankle or his knee, but he injured it week 14. Finally came out in kind of a reserve role in this past game. He's had 2 weeks to rest for this game. Now, his props are over 8.5 carries and over 35.5 yards. I'm parlaying both of those overs. And it's not, again, Bucks have the best run defense. The last time these guys matched up, Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 11 rushes for 37 yards. That's not impressive. That's obviously, okay, whatever. 11, that wins you this bet. So 9 rushes for 34 yards wins you that bet. We're not even talking about 4 yards a carry there in that situation. I think there's going to be, and we're saying shootout. Obviously, there's a lot of weapons on both sides. I think teams like you have Mahomes on one side, you're not going to want to give him the ball. You have Tom Brady on the other side. You're not going to want to have to give him the ball. So there's going to be some ball control here in this game. I think the running game will be a little bit more involved. And I'm not asking Clyde Edwards-Helaire to have a great game. I need you to get 4 yards a carry. I need you to make the most, maybe have one big run, hit your totals on there. Scotty Miller, we were joking about today, but you're getting an over 19.5 receiving yards today. He can get that on one catch. Right?
Easy.
He only needs one.
Easy.
And his thing is he's a deep ball guy. That guy's got legitimate 4.3 speed. Antonio Brown, again, he's going to play, but how much? He hasn't played a whole lot. He isn't playing more than 30% of their snaps, 40% of their snaps all season. So they're going to be rotating those receivers, Tyler Johnson as well. I think he has the one big catch. I think he gets one for over 20 yards. And Scotty Miller, again, he's a dark horse to have a good game. I know we kind of joked about it a little bit, but this man could ball. One of the ones I got here, actually, from these boys, and I really like to play today, is Mike Evans catching a touchdown. Man, put it in any way, there is not a person, when it comes down to the red zone, who's going to win a jump ball against Mike Evans.
Last 2 games caught touchdowns.
He is a touch. That may be his only catch of the game.
Honestly, bro.
I think like 2 times this season.
I love Mike Evans, but the one thing about him is he doesn't get much separation from his cornerbacks, and he's going to have trouble getting separation. But you don't need that much separation when you come into the end zone. You just got to be bigger than the other guy. And there is
fucking 6'5".
That man's the best at boxing out a guy for a football in the league. That guy's amazing.
As long as he's healthy, he's great.
The most fun prop I think I have for today is Tom Brady, but not passing. I'm staying away from all the passing stats based on the weather and what I'm seeing. A lot of rain. It can get really weird. I heard some rain.
Can we get a weather check real quick?
What is it? Can we get confirmed on that? I know it rained all.
Exactly.
It's on the west coast of Florida, so it's going to be a little bit different. You don't know how Florida works.
I was about to say, it's Florida, though.
It could be raining here.
Who
5
checks the
minutes away,
weather?
it could be beautiful.
64 and clear.
64 and clear. Okay.
Cloudy.
Oh, that's
Slightly
perfect
cloudy.
football weather.
Which
That's nice
again
football
could be a random rainstorm that lasts for.
Chance of rain.
They're saying no chance.
Oh, they God hit him with the finagle the bagel.
Finagling the bagel.
Or the weather machines.
Okay, so, but the one I want to look at is the rushing total.
Yes.
Because it's literally he needs to rush for a yard.
Bro, that's
0.5.
that's the
About to make a bet
QB
right now.
sneak.
He needs
We've
to rush
seen
for
Brady do it.
I am a Dolphins fan. I have seen this for years, where Brady just gets the sneak whenever he wants to. He goes over the left or right guard.
It don't even have
depending
to
on
be at the goal line, bro. It's 3rd and 1. Oh,
Yeah.
bet. Let me get this yard real quick.
And the only thing is, if you think the Bucks are going to win this
That's the
game,
only thing.
you got to think about the kneel downs, because
Only
apparently Brady backs up 2 or 3 yards when he does
Yeah.
his kneel downs. He don't drop straight
The
down.
other thing is to take into account is maybe they don't even have the ball. Maybe it's the Chiefs with the ball to end the game, and you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, very true.
I would love to, again, it's that 1 yard. It's that 1 yard.
You got to take
Get
that
over
1 yard.
It's 1 yard,
You
man.
gotta take that 1 yard.
Oh, and it's Tom Brady.
Think
Like,
it's Tom
you know
Brady.
he could
Let's just
He
do
might
it.
go
he's a
for
great
18
sneaker.
yards.
Let's just do the metrics
25
right now.
yards tonight.
3-feeder in 1 yard. This man is 6'4".
Yeah.
If he lays down, he is physically 2 yards.
Right now.
He gonna get it, bruh.
He's gonna get it.
He gonna get it every time.
So those are my biggest parlays. I have another one that I'm playing on. I would say out of the ones I've given it, this would probably be the least confident one. But I have the under for receiving yards for Leonard Fournette in this game, which is at I thought a pretty high total for the running backs in this game at 25.5 receiving yards for the game. I know Leonard Fournette has kind of come on and been a
Brady
little
loves
bit
those
more.
dump offs.
I'm like their
That's a
screen pass team. If I'm not
That's
mistaken.
a screen.
Brady loves those dump offs.
So
Screen?
I'm playing the
I'm
under.
nervous.
I'm playing the under a little bit on that one because Ronald Jones also is they use him. As
What
well
is
in the
his
pass
over under for
catch
rushing
and-
yards?
Someone's brought out the Shady McCoy. You don't know if he'll be active for this
never
game,
know.
man. It's
He lives for moments like this.
it's one of those that can take away. It's a very high amount even for running backs. I've seen Kamara at like 50. Like for these props, I've seen Kamara at 45, 50 receiving yards. So it's a pretty big total. I'm taking the under on that particular one. But again, out of the ones that I gave you, that's probably my fifth most confident. But those are 5 parlay plays. Again, we're kicking off in 15 minutes here, boys.
Yes, sir. We gotta wrap
this
it
is
up.
the best. This is the best time. I think we have the national anthem going on now too, which is
those
at 2
bets,
minutes.
the bets have started.
But-
Yes,
the
sir.
bets have fucking started.
Is there a bet for what commercial? Like, are there commercials on bets? How
Oh,
about
it would
that?
be Budweiser.
Like
Budweiser,
how
or
many?
Bud Light. Bud Light or Budweiser commercial, maybe a Doritos.
Exactly.
Oh,
I'm
for the
like,
first one?
But
I'm like Doritos.
I don't remember. Maybe it's me, but I remember the Super Bowl last year. They didn't. The Super Bowl
Commercials weren't,
ads were
on
mad
point.
weird. Like they were
Yeah, they
getting
weren't on
local
point.
time, and those like $3 million spots.
Where the money
Local.
resides gonna be out there though.
Oh damn! And we gonna find out who the new State Farm athlete is tonight. That's that crazy shit.
Anthony Davis?
Somebody about to get a bag.
Somebody
Is
get.
it a football player?
It's got to be a football player, just because they were like, our other 2
Quarterback.
athletes are Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes.
Quarterback.
Well, maybe they're replacing Chris Paul with a basketball
they
player.
give it to Lamar. I'm gonna go
Did they give it to
streaking.
Lamar?
I'm gonna streak down the street tonight.
Does Lamar
the
Jackson
bag.
say State Farm?
That's the,
He's bruh.
Lamar,
He don't need it.
That'd be
That-
lit. That'd be so lit.
That'd be his first
lit.
endorsement. I'll be like, yep, fuck Baker
Man, that
Mayfield and
guy
Progressive.
needs more. Fair enough. That guy needs more endorsements. He needs
does.
to be more in the public eye.
that would be fire.
That's a fact. But as always, Pete, let them know where they can find you.
All right, so you can follow me at GintyFresh36. If you like what we do here at the Icon Network, you can follow me at Gamble on Ginter. We do a show every Saturday, 10 to 11. I mean, it just depends on what's going on, what time we wake up that day. But, you can give us a follow. We do all kinds of sports betting information. And that's where you can find us. We got a new show coming out very soon that we announced. You can follow it at Breakers County. That's regarding sport cards. We're hoping to have that very soon out there. We got a lot of great content coming out through Icon and through everyone here. So we're very excited, but I'm more than happy to join this great platform to spew my nonsense with you boys.
Thank
you,
you,
as
Alba.
always, bro. As always, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, MBF_Clo, MBF_Trill,
At CHEEZ_0.
at Only a Mono, MBF_Podcast on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram as well. Like, subscribe, comment, turn on the bell notification.
Happy
Nothing
Super Bowl.
But Facts all together on Apple
Somebody's
Podcasts,
gonna be a
Spotify,
champion,
Anchor,
you feel me?
Mahomes. Win that money. Good luck, everyone.
Just had a seizure.
Dogecoin, follow it, please. Let's get rich. We're going to the moon. We're
Just
going to
had a
fucking
seizure
Dubai.
at the Super Bowl.
We're going to
Up in
Dubai.
the third
Dubai.
quarter, looking for the smoke. Come on.